Hello! In this video, guys, we'll be looking at slicers and timelines in our pivot tables. So look at how we're going to insert slicers and timelines, and also show you the difference between slicers and timelines and how they work. They are both tools for filtering your data, right? But we have difference between both. Let's check it out together.
Okay, so the first thing we're looking at here is slicers. How to insert slicers and also use your slicers to filter your data here in pivot table. Just as I explained earlier, how that slicers and timelines are tools that can be used to filter and analyze pivot table data, but they have different purposes. So for slicers, you use slicers to quickly filter your data in your pivot table by selecting a criteria from your table, right? Okay, so let's check this out. So I want to insert a slicer that will slice through this. So slicer could allow any type of data, could allow text type of data or whole number or date type of data or time, any type of data type. Slicer would accept it. So to insert a slicer in for these pivot tables here, come here in my insert tab. First, I'll just select so anything here. Then come here in my insert tab, you'd see filters, slicers, and timelines. So I'll just select slicers. So the first thing here, you have your insert slicer dialog box. So what do you want to use as a slicer? I'm going to say, let's say I want to work with region. Use region. Okay. So I have region here. So anytime I click on, let's put the slicer here. If I click on any of the options here for east, it is like now. You notice, let me unfilter. You notice when I click on east, it only worked with this pivot table. It didn't slice through the remaining pivot table. That's because when I wanted to create this inside this pivot table, sorry, this slicer, I selected this pivot table and I inserted a slicer through it. So for me to connect this slicer to the rest of the pivot tables, I have to just report connection. So I'll just select it, unfilter everything first, then on this same slicer, right click, then you see the option for report connection. So I'll click on report connection. So you can see the list of all the pivot table. You will notice that it's only just connected to this particular pivot 12, this one. So I'll check the box for the rest so that it will be connected to the rest also. Then I think that's what I'll hit OK. So anytime I select any of the criteria here, I want to see for east, it will slice through. So you can see for east. Can you see all this for east? If I want to see for north, it will slice through, and I'm saying for north. I want to see for north central, it will slice through, and now you can see, okay, really have for north central here. North central, north central. Sales difference. I get to see sales difference. I want to see south, saying south. West, I'm saying south. So with your slicer, you can slice through your data to see, some certain data based on a given criteria. The given criteria in this case now is the West. We want to see sales for the West. We want to see details for the West. So it's giving us only for West alone. So to unfilter, just click on this to unfilter. So here, if I click on this, it means I want to select, multiple. You want to select multiple criteria. As you can see, this is currently active. So with this active, you can select multiple criteria. You want to see for East and for North, you can do that. So just check this, filter. So you notice something while we are using the filter, your pivot tables were changing. You can see it has changed size. Not has changed size. Not central. The size are changing. Size are changing. So if you can see that it has changed again. So if you don't want your pivot tables to be moving anytime you're making use of a slicer, you have to add a particular setting to it. And what is the setting? Just select anywhere your pivot table, right click on anywhere, then you see pivot table options. Click on pivot table options, then you have this pivot table dialog pivot table option dialog box here. So you can give your pivot table name. I can say, okay, I don't want the name to be this. I don't want the name to be pivot table 12. I want the name to be maybe sales by salesperson. So then you can see here, then come here, we have this option for auto fit column width on update. So I'll just uncheck this box. I don't want it to auto fit the column width on anytime a slicer or any update is done to it. So just hit the OK button. So I can do for the rest. So right click, then pivot table options. I don't want it to auto fit the column width. Same thing for this. I can do for everything. I don't want it to auto fit the column width. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so have I done for this? Okay, then let's see. Okay, I've done for this. So if I try it in the slicer now, you can see. Can you see that? With the slicer now, I have my pivot tables fit to their width. Okay, so what else do you want to look at? I've shown us how you want to select multiple criterias. You hit this button to do that. Then if you want to filter, you do this, and if you want to report connection, you can also do that. Then let's look at inserting timelines. For timeline is like a specific type of slicer that is only designed to filter data alone. So if I should say I want to insert a timeline now, come to insert, then timeline. You'd see that the only option it's bringing is just date. That's because it can only accept data type alone. You can't use timeline you can't add a data containing text to your timeline. It will only accept date alone. So let's hit date, then okay. So we have a timeline here. So with timeline, you can see currently this is month. If I want it to show for year, come here, select year, it will show. We only have just 1 year, which is 2024. If I want it to show for quarter, come here and select quarter, it will bring out quarter. If you want it to show for month, it will bring out month or the month. If you want it to show for days, it will bring out days. You can select any option you want for timeline. Any option. So I'm coming here now. Let's say I want to work with month. If I'm working with month, so scroll here. If I select, come here, let me bring it here and click January. It's working with just this pivot table because I used this pivot table to insert the timeline. So I can just report connection, same thing I did with slicer, right click, then report connections. Now check all the boxes. Check everything. You can see the names. I might change this pivot table to sales by salesperson. So you can always change your pivot table. Now hit OK. So currently you can see it has filtered all this data. Come here, February. Can you see? March is filtering the data. So I'm seeing all this data for each of the months. Can you see that? Can you see? So with your timeline, you can filter your data. One thing you should know, it only accepts data type. This timeline only accepts data type. So we are wondering what then is different between slicer and filter, since they do this. Slicer and timeline, since they do the same thing. The difference is that timeline will only accept data type. You can only filter data based on dates, but for slicer it will accept both dates, both text. Let me try to insert now insert a new slicer. So I didn't select. Let me unfilter and filter this. So I'm trying to insert a new slicer now. So come here, select any of the pivot table, then come here to insert and slicer. So you see it brought the option for date, sales. It means I can also insert dates here in my slicer. You can see option for date. Let me delete it. I can also insert the one for whole sales amount. Now let me select sales amount, but it's not ideal that I use sales. So my slicer can accept any type of data type, including date, time, text, whole numbers, decimals. But for timeline, it will only accept date data type. If I come to insert and come here to timeline, you would see the only option it brought is just dates, because it only accepts date data type. I don't know if you get the difference between both slicer and timeline now. So that is that on inserting timelines and slicers to filter our data in your pivot table. So don't forget, I told you can use this when you come to your pivot table analyze tab here. You can change your pivot table name here. We have other options. You want to refresh your data, you can come here still in your insert pivot table analyze. You can also insert your slicers and your timelines too. You can insert slicers and timelines here. So come here and say I want to insert slicer again. Show you. It will give you the option of doing that. So come here to design, and that's that on that. Alright, so do well to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to practice as usual. See you in the next video. Bye.